Welcome to the Drum Lounge podcast.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome to the Drum Lounge podcast. Welcome to episode 1 of season 3. I just want to start off by saying shout out to my boy Desmond Grisby. He was an excellent host, man. My boy Bryon wanted to come on for this season, so I definitely had to bring my guy, my freshman bro from 2012, class of 2012, Cookman 2012 in his thing.
Yes, sir. And I got some things to say.
Yes, sir, man. Me and Bryon go all the way back from day one, crab camp at Cookman, trying to be snare players for Sudden Impact. And lo and behold, we ended up being the only 2 snares from the year of 2012, and we just became best friends ever since then, man. So yeah, tell me about yourself,
from Florida too. Beat everybody out from Florida too.
Exactly, all them Florida boys, all them folks that want to play snare. Nah, me and Bryon
didn't stand a chance against that Georgia muscle. You hear me?
Mm-hmm. We held that thing down.
But no, man, my name is Bryon Russell, and for the ones that don't know me, and for the ones that do, I'm finally in this thing. It took about 3-4 years, but he finally brought me into the crib, man. So a little backstory behind me. I'm originally from Columbus, Georgia, which is a small town in Georgia, but it's the farthest west side, right next to Alabama. So that's my origin for high school. Went to Hardaway High School. Nobody knows nothing about the high schools in there. But shout out to Hardaway High School, though. Shout out to Jeremie High School, too. That was my first high school I went to. I would not be where I am if it wasn't for them, because I came from court-style schools. Mm-hmm. And I went to the Chattahoochee Valley All-Star Band to give myself a little bit of black HBCU-nicity, if you know what I'm saying. Our biggest influence was Alabama State and Albany State. And that was my biggest dream. Well, it wasn't even a dream. It was just where I thought I was going to go. Told everybody, yeah, I'm going to go to Alabama State. I'm going to go tear it up. I'm going to be part of the Marching Hornets and do a great thing. And no knocking to them, by the way, because was, and always will be phenomenal. But went to, I think it was Honda of 2009. I don't think Cookman went in 2000. No. I think it was Honda of 2010, because I don't think Cookman went in 2009. So I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But I think FAM went 2009. I think Cookman went 2010. I went to a Honda in 2010, and that's the first time I saw Cookman. And all she wrote.
Yeah.
All they had to do was go out there and just be perfect on the field. Mm-hmm. From start to finish, sound was consistent, and that's all she wrote. I was one of them kids that only applied for I didn't only apply for one school. I only auditioned for one school, and that was Bethune-Cookman. And I got in. That's all she wrote.
And that's all it was, man.
Yeah. And 2012 audition, that's where I met Jeremie. And for everybody that see the videos, see how golden and great he is, I'm not saying he was sorry. I'm saying I didn't think he was that good when I started, because where I came from, playing fast, it just made you sound dirty. So when I hear somebody playing fast, I'm like, oh, wax him. All he do is sound like mud. And it turns out he was just playing really fast, and I wasn't able to keep up with what it was at the time. But give it by October, November of that year, I was like, man, playing just I can cook it. So then I figured it out and realized that it was a completely different weight scale from us. So, but we both made the line regardless, and that ended up being one of the most fundamental years in my percussion career. And then we just got better from there. He made section leader, don't quote me, in 2014.
Yeah, 2014.
Yeah, he made section leader in 14, and then I made section leader in 15. And then we were just rocking it out from there.
Taking
and then
that thing over.
Yeah, and then we ran the section. Ran the section from the top.
Yeah,
and now here we are.
We are extreme band heads.
You don't understand. And
exactly.
in this season's podcast, you're gonna get a lot of opinions when it comes down
Absolutely.
to what these bands are doing. And this is coming from me and Jeremie both being a part of the MEAC portion of Bethune-Cookman. And now they're in the SWAC, obviously.
Yeah.
But you're gonna get a lot of opinions when it comes down to what's good, what isn't. And if you don't like the opinions,
Kid rocks. And if we're talking about unbiased opinions, like, yeah, we went to Cookman. And, of course, Cookman, I'm the number one fan of Cookman, even as an alumnus. But unbiased. If I feel like...
things.
Exactly. Same over here. I got mine. But But even if Cookman doing something bad, they're gonna get called out on it. And
Yes.
if they're doing good, they're gonna get praised for it.
Mm.
So
Now,
we unbiased.
Unbiased. I might tell you my bias too, and tell you it's biased, and then tell you the unbiased part. Because I still gotta give props to the saying that Dr. Wells always says: if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, speaking of which, I got this topic up here that's long gone, but it's still hilarious to talk about. When Cookman went to the Pepsi Battle of the Bands, and they played that rendition of "Let's Go Wildcats" in response to.
And
Southern.
every Cookman alumni was for 5-10 seconds was in disappointment for what was going on.
I was for a second. I ain't gonna lie. I was actually furious. Like I was kind of pissed until I saw how they transitioned from "Let's Go" until the new song. I was like, all right, okay, yeah, y'all doing something.
That I saw the song actually today. It's a Kanye West song.
Yeah, called Carnival, I think.
Yeah,
Carnival.
So me being not a teen, that I guess is a popular TikTok song.
Yeah.
So that was a new thing to me. I'm not on TikTok, but I might see it with my students. I'm also the percussion instructor for Faceplace Center for Arts and Education, and I live here in West Palm Beach. I was born and raised in Georgia, but I live in I live out here in West Palm Beach, and my kids might show it to me every now and then, so they may have seen it, but I wasn't privy to it.
Yeah, man, that jump was quite the battle. Actually, I still want to pull it up.
Go ahead. I'm curious to hear, because I always hear, and every time I hear it, I'll be like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
I'll be a little more okay with it every time I listen to it. Now, obviously, every other band head, which is probably like 90% of the rest of the band culture, will hear it and still say, it's trash, it's trash.
Yeah.
Granted, I'm not taking that away, because something better have been played. Yeah, 1,000%. But it's Cookman.
It's Cookman.
Got my
it sounds
shoes
beautiful.
on the floor in the back. For the move that bit.
And all this staying in, so.
All right, we're good now. No more
all right, we
technical.
good. Hey, before we play Cookman, I gotta just play the last few measures of Southern. Nah, let's see how them folks do. Now let me unmute. Good boy back there. Did you hear that? Yeah, that's what it was. They played Not Like Us.
Exactly. They played the slow non-beat bopping version of
exactly.
They Not Like Us, and blew the paint off the instrument.
Like, bro, what?
Whatever method that you Southern schools have been doing to make sure that you blow your brains out of that instrument and are as loud as you are, please share with the rest of the world.
Yo,
because we would like to know.
Yeah, absolutely. The way Southern specifically just be cranking these like extremely popular songs is outrageous, bro.
Consistently too.
Consistently, been doing it since the 70s, 60s.
Yeah, it almost makes me mad. Like I say, it's not fair.
Yeah.
Well, we're not doing it. Granted, we still got sound now.
Yeah, we definitely got sound.
It ain't fair, man. And
actually,
we got numbers. And we got numbers too. So now what?
Right. They can't say nothing about that. See how the boys just spun. Shout out to my dog Bryon.
I was just about to say that. This man went from student to director immediately.
Out of nowhere.
Oh my God.
Okay, wait. So let me just tell y'all how I was feeling once I heard Shiggity Goo. See, nobody don't know the Quint riff. The Quint riff is what let everyone know, okay, this is about to be Let's Go Wildcats. As soon as I heard the Quint riff, I was like, oh no, this is not going to be good. But they changed my mind as they changed the song, so that was good. But I was like,
it's look at Wells down there. He like, yeah, that's my song. Killer Kev down there.
Right.
At that point, I was like, okay, hold on, let me listen a little bit more.
Transition. I also like the one note or the half note accents during the chant.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Little things.
Exactly.
See, I gotta go listen to the song, man.
Yeah. Nah, the actual song is actually hard.
At that point, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I might like this. Hold
Yeah. They was knocking that jump, man.
So as
They was knocking it.
a Cookman alumni will hear it in the beginning and get completely pissed because it's like,
Yeah.
damn, I can't believe y'all boys did that. But I think as Cookman alumnus, we're thinking that. I think everybody else listens to it and is like, we're glad that we heard Let's Go Wildcats. And I think that's a mindset when they come up with these ideas of these collective song
medleys.
medleys. And granted, it's understandable, but every band program, even now, doesn't operate unless they have a great alumni system.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that the alumni system has definitely gotten hurt because of decisions like this. Even at homecoming, all we do as alumni for the band is the parade at homecoming, and that's it. Every other school has their band participating with the band, and I've always said something about that. Now, his philosophy for it is, people that were in the band let me not speak for Dr. Wells, but from what I see, his philosophy is people that were in the band have bad intentions for the people that are currently in the band. They may come and they may steal. They may come and speak bad to the people that are currently in the band. They want to make sure Hayes, basically.
I think FAMU got the greatest example of how alumni band should be for an HBCU. Like they actually allow their band to be in the game. Like my old percussion instructor from Doug, he used to go down to FAM and strap up in the parade and then play in the game. And he would always talk about how the alumni band will always play, or the alumni drumline will always play more than the actual university drumline. Like, y'all boys having that much fun? Like,
hey, they don't care about no rules for the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if they win it. Imagine them winning the game.
Exactly. At your own stadium.
Yeah, I don't care what they got going on. Like, we're going to win anyway.
But I feel like once Mr. Wells or Dr. Wells leaves and someone new and fresh come up there, they probably going to bring all that junk. Like, alumni play, alumni band.
I'm crossing my thumbs, too.
Yeah.
But what I do believe is that if that does happen, it's going to be somebody that has the same ideals as well. I hope that you have the same ideals while he's there, but then when he leaves, just put a little bit more seasoning on the bed,
bro. Just a little bit.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie though. One of these years, I do plan on doing the alumni parade or the alumni band.
Yeah,
parade.
It's worth it. I did it twice. I did it the first 2 years right after I got out because I was still young and I wasn't going. My kneecaps weren't going to blow while I was doing the parade.
I definitely think that's a one-time thing for sure. Like, especially if you recently graduated, like just do it one time for the experience, and then I'm cool.
And that'd be it. But it could be more, and that's the whole purpose of the conversation. It could be way more if we just. I don't know if they just involve more. If we can, normally there's no band that pops up on
homecoming.
Yeah, so
except for South Carolina State in like 2013 when they crunk on us.
But I mean, if there's no band that shows up, we could just be the band on the other side of the stands playing. It don't matter if we sound good or bad. We ain't gonna sound bad, but it don't matter if we sound good or bad.
Exactly.
You
it's
have another
band.
Yeah, and the stands don't be that packed to where we can't have just a little section for the alumni band.
Exactly,
we could be on that far left, that little column that be in
the corner.
Yeah, we could be right there and enjoying our days. But
I feel like that would bring a lot of money to the program as well. Like, because I know the individual alumni band chapters kind of raise funds for this whole thing. They could give some of those funds, like all the individual chapters in their respective cities can raise funds to give that money to the band. Like this could be a huge thing, a big thing for the music program and the alumni. But
honestly,
I think it's too much of a good idea for
if it's too good, we can't do it. We can't do it. And then it goes back to if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But this one kind of it ain't broke, but it's about there. It's like it's cracked.
It's about there.
So and if any Cookman band staff is listening to this Cookman podcast for a day, what we want to call it, the Drumlines. We'll call it the Cookman Lounge for y'all if y'all want to make the decision. But just it's an idea, and I think that idea would take the band so far. When Florida Memorial gets up there, there's no more. It's your band program cut in half because Cookman's gonna be splitting it with Florida Memorial.
Yeah.
And I have to attest to it. Out of all the students I sent out this year, one of them went to Cookman. The other two went to Florida Memorial.
Sheesh.
So look
Hey,
where we go.
and them boys are not looking bad either. Florida
Exactly.
Memorial, I saw a battle between them and Clark, actually, hilarious enough. And Florida Memorial was throwing them beats, boy. Like they got the like how at Cookman we have the cowbell and tambourine. At Flomo they got the hi-hat. And I'm like, okay, y'all
Which is
boys.
innovative.
That's super. At one point in one of the solos that they played in the battle, I almost want to pull it up, but they did like just some 16th notes on the hi-hat. I'm like, bro, that's just a perfect feel, bro. That's just perfect additional sound to have to your cadences, bro.
And at first, when I first heard it, I thought it was, I don't know, when I first heard about it, not heard the cymbals, but heard about it.
Yeah.
I was like, these motherfuckers going to have cymbals playing
here
with cymbals behind, so it's not going to sound good. But it worked out. And now when I first heard it, they in that thing playing, you know, he be doing them jungle beats.
Yeah.
So, but he made it work though. And like you said, it just fit perfectly.
Yeah.
So.
And I haven't heard how it sounds with the band though. I bet it sounds fire with like a ballad, if a band playing a ballad or just like a fire song. I bet those hi-hats probably sound fire with it.
And that band got some good sound too. So
yeah, they do.
I don't even know because they're not the loudest thing, but it's just like us with the tambourines. It was just kind of like a felt thing. A felt thing, not a heard thing. So I think I don't know, man. This is they coming up there almost. I never put anybody over Cookman's line because they're just nasty.
Yeah, of course.
Can't tell nobody. But
and we're the grandfathers of this young.
Grand something.
Yeah.
But you know, I would never put anybody over Cookman's line. But there are some lines that I will put in front of Cookman and say, I don't know what you're gonna play back today. And Florida Memorial is one of them because I think every time I hear him, I feel like I hear something new.
Yeah.
And when I hear something new. Whenever you hear something new, it's kind of like a snap. I don't know what's about to happen. Oh, we're going to lose. We're going to win. But they're definitely one of them. And even FAMU, too, being on the opposite end of FAMU, you know, I'll call them trash just off the strength.
And that's one thing I love about FAMU now. I mean, of course, you know, I'm also Cookman of a Cookman of alumnus. I'm an alumnus. I'm an alumnus of Bethune-Cookman, so Sudden Impact I'm Sudden Impact to the day I die. Shout out to the boys. But one thing I actually love about FAMU Drumline today is that they are keeping that tradition while becoming much more complex with the material that they're playing. And I think that is dope. Like, them folks are playing book reports. Like, and I think that's like... It fires hell for them, like because that's their style. Yeah. But then again, they got players that want to play also, so they do. It's so crazy, man. It's so crazy to see, and like that first year of just seeing them step out the box in like 2017, seeing like okay, them boys are about to hop into a new era. I just gained a new respect for them boys, man.
Yeah,
but they still trash though.
Ever since Tyreek was there, it's a gradual increase of other people as well. I haven't seen any videos of them this year.
I haven't
either. I don't, you know, normally when you don't see videos of people, that means we ain't ready yet.
Nah, I definitely, I feel like I've seen one clip of them, but I ain't seen no new material, so yeah, I'm definitely trying to see that.
Yeah, I think they just posted like a bass drum video. Like they just posted a bass drum video.
Oh, okay.
But other than that, the only thing they played was like a 8-second clip of them doing what they do best, which is a mean and 5-stroke.
Yeah.
And that was about that. So I'm looking forward to seeing them. But again, the main purpose of that is Cookman is definitely on top as far as drumline music. Now, and how good they sound. Now, the drumline, I do see a little bit more now.
Which I'm actually liking. I'm really liking that. Like, it seems like the years after we left is when the drumline just decides to do more things. Like, when I saw the drumline only go to, like, California or something, I was like, okay, what, why
even
the year
then,
after?
I didn't even go to California. I don't know where. My biggest achievement, y'all, was Honda. and that was it.
That Fox 5 performance we did, we was on TV.
But that was Honda. You see what I'm saying? All
Yeah,
that,
it was
all
Honda,
that
it
was
was Honda,
involved
yeah.
with Honda. Other than that, as soon as we left, they go off to Pasadena, California.
Pasadena, bro. Oh my god.
And now the Drumline is actually going places and performing and
actually
blocking
doing
up
gym
on
stuff,
people,
blocking
and performing.
up. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
man. It's speaking of that, with this whole Florida Memorial FAMU conversation that we have, and there's a battle with the Drumlines at Palm Beach Lake in West Palm Beach, where all three of them kind of had a three-way little battle. So that is kind of the determining factor on where you wanted to go. And obviously, Cookman was the plus side when it came down to that.
Cookman absolutely dominated. Them boys dominated that jump, man. I remember when that video first dropped. Like, I remember watching that junk just on the big screen. I had some wine, and I had some wine.
Oh yeah, you did.
And I was just watching that junk, man. Just looking at them boys heal the other two drum lines, just absolutely stump, and with like traditional cadences at that. I don't even think they played nothing new or anything.
Yeah. Towards the end, they you about to pull it up? Yes.
Yeah. Because
See, you see our reverse psychology. That's what you got to do. You got to talk about it enough to make them pull it up.
Right. Let me just.
But yeah, no, they played traditional cadences, and then towards the end, they gave them one of the newer feature things, and bam, they went out there and
yeah,
whatever the part was.
We gotta get there.
Yeah, man, it was an amazing three-way too, nasty three-way.
Bro, them boys.
And in the beginning, I was like, man, Flo, get out of there, man. We ain't trying to see y'all, but it was worth hearing.
It was.
Woo! You know, because this is a long battle, so it probably ain't gonna be the whole thing on them. But after this, I'm gonna go. So. Look at the boys.
Let me see what the boys started out with. I forgot. Okay, good old 2000.
Yeah, see,
you should hear their first part.
Listen to that here, 2000.
Toners were tuned. Yeah, they were tuned though.
Yeah.
Snares were tuned pretty high, but still clean.
Yeah. Good opinions about that.
The white hats was an interesting choice that year.
Yeah. Did we have white hats? No. We had the maroon
with the
brim.
maroon brim. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what else was interesting? Having black band kids that I was wishing for years.
Yeah. 2017 were the first year to start that job.
Yeah, man. And I still, even though it wasn't Nike, because that's, we're sponsored by Nike or endorsed, one of the two. I wanted a black band kit, man. And I still would find somebody with that little Russell athletic. Because I like the design of that. Because it just had them little white flashes that they had versus these that just had little basic white stripes. They go Flow Mo.
Yeah, let me see what them boy played.
They need to play my favorite one. That what's that thing called? Pulse. Ooh, you see that girl with all that hair? That girl been playing for years.
Yeah.
I think she the section leader this year.
I think Saucy P on Instagram.
Yeah. Oh, see, I didn't know that. Well, you about to get a follow.
No, yeah, I already follow.
And then Gordo over there on the other
she about to get a follow. I think so already. Stupid. Wait, what's going on?
Yeah, they just standing there. No. They was about to play. They were just standing there.
Yeah,
they waited for years.
Completely still.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shout out to Flomo.
Waiting for Showtime to say, okay, go.
They say twisted,
super twisted. That boy's clean too. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I hear that before.
Like, what a way to implement the hi-hat.
Yeah, look at them. Like, the junk ain't fair, man.
Yeah. Okay. Take it to Okay. Yeah, that was about to get funky. Nah, I just want to hear what FAMU started off with. Wait, what year was this?
This was
like 2 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Oh yeah, because they had these LeBron James outfits on.
LeBron James.
Cause they got LeBrons on. I think LeBron had a FAMU shoe.
Okay, wow.
And then a trillion bases.
Wait,
look at Lana.
What was this time signature? Let me go back.
It was 7/8. I think the cadence is called 7/8.
Okay, it was 7/8. Interesting.
I think the cadence is called 7/8. I'm not being funny.
That's hilarious. All right. Yeah. Oh wow! Shout out to Alana.
Gotta tear it up. I just want to point out, anytime from 2011 and back, none of this.
Like none of this. And this actually rhyming though.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah. Like, headphones just made the complete difference. Now, granted, all this, we doing all this because the cadence that Cookman played, we both know, so we ain't gonna be like,
yeah, of course.
This is new to us. So before y'all can shut up. Let's just get that out the way.
Like Cookman definitely waxing this, but
yeah, exactly.
But
it was still great. Don't get me wrong, but and all I request, what Cookman's Drumline is doing is they going out and they performing. If the band does that, you all be top tier. Cause people want to see y'all.
Yeah.
People want to see us. You want to see Cookman go out and do
bro.
Cookman. If you go somewhere and do what we do at every pet rally, let's go Wildcats, lay low at the same time.
Mighty Wildcats.
By Mighty Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats. Not let's go Wildcats. Same time by Future in 2012. What's up? What 2012?
Bro, we were the first class to play same time.
Yeah,
like,
and we're not the last class. They still playing. I just seen a video of the in-game highlights, and one of the songs they played was Same Time.
And I think the year we was playing it, that was like the football team's hype song. Like Bryon Jenkins at the time, he used to love that song. But okay, Bryon Jenkins is gone. He went to Alabama State, and then I feel like he retired. And the football team is trash now, so we can go ahead and retire same time. And nobody plays the song anymore.
I'm talking about trash. I think I just saw online that they blew a 20 something and 20 something and 6 lead.
Yeah.
And they just lost again this past year. This past weekend.
Yeah. Man, they lost against Clark, bro. They played Clark the other week. And the boys, I think the score was like 24-23 on some.
Yeah. Now, granted, I don't know how good Clark is, but I mean, somebody that's not even, are they in their conference or they SIAC?
Nah, SIAC. And, I go to Clark Atlanta's practices, and while the Drumline is practicing in their stands, because Clark Atlanta has a stand, their own stadium, their Drumline practice in the stands and their football team is on the field practicing. When I tell you, I look like I'm taller than everybody on their team. Like, I feel like I'm taller than everybody on their team, like, except for maybe the O-line. But everybody else, bro, they like kids out there. And the fact that Cookman, whose football team includes Rick Ross's son, apparently randomly got drafted. Yes,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Rick Ross's son played for Cookman. Like Rick Ross's baby mom be at all the games apparently.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look that up. Hey, hold on.
That boy
I might go to homecoming. Then I mean, he gonna pull up and perform.
Yeah, that honestly that might be the case, or he just appear at homecoming. But maybe not at the same time as his baby mom, because apparently they got a crazy beef. But
okay, well, he got crazy money, so you can't beef with me that much.
But nah, man, we're gonna see where all these Florida schools are gonna be in about a couple of years. Cause Cookman, if they don't change their ways of marketing, it's gonna be a weird change.
Let's step out of Florida for a minute. Jackson State's band program has been on 15 lately.
Yeah.
Out of 10, 15 out of 10. Like, their band has figured out whatever formula they need to figure out. Has a field show in the stands and having a field show on the field as well. Like, that band has just been great, and they've also been taking some Florida kids.
Bruh, Jackson State got this song that I just heard called "Here We Go Again." I ain't gonna play it now. I'm gonna wait for the fifth quarter segment. And when I tell you that junk is absolutely cranking.
Oh, see, now y'all, I got to pick up another fifth quarter song. Come on, what's coming from Jackson State? All right.
Wow.
No, it's all right. I got bands in motion right now.
Mm-hmm.
But they do have this one song they just played this past weekend, and it was a song that I was actually writing for my band.
Oh wow.
It's a Glorilla song, TGIF.
Wait, Jackson State played it?
Yeah. It's called I don't know if you've ever heard it. It's a Glorilla song.
Yeah, I never heard it.
And the song came out, it had to be like 2 weeks ago, and they playing it now. And they crunk that junk too. When I heard them play it, I'm like, oh, these niggas playing TGI, and they was cranking it up too. That it's another, I don't know, they're the king of, this song just came out, and somebody writing it immediately.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody just has to have a just a master keyboard. I think they actually make one too, a keyboard where you can actually type out the different songs playing at certain times, and then it'll write on the music.
Nah, that's fire.
Yeah.
They need that for percussion, like a snip, like in Drumline. How Nick Cannon was actually playing on the drum and music was being printed.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fake, everybody. I don't know if nobody knows, but that was fake. That was too before its time to be real, right? I also feel like the passion of wanting to go or play for a college band is dying down from students altogether. I mean, outside of, because I know you play, I mean, you're an instructor for a program where y'all pretty much drill band into their head, and it's an after school program, right?
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, y'all are definitely different, but like actual band programs, like these folks that go to class and they just do band for, I don't know, a grade or whatever, or because their mom told them to.
Yeah,
I feel like that. Yeah, forced to be in band. I feel like that the awe of college bands are becoming less of a thing with these kids nowadays.
Yeah, I definitely agree, and that's kind of scary when you're getting the most educated. I educate my kids as well in the after school program, but when you're educating a student and it's kind of like a force, like you said, like, oh, you got to go be a part of the band class or we're going to have a problem. When you are educating it kind of does take out the want. And when you take out the want, college, to some, when I went to college, I thought I had to. I thought it was like how you have to go to high school and you have to get a degree. I was never taught that, oh, you can go to college if you want to. It was just like all right, yeah, you're done with high school now. Make sure you do good in college and get gone. And I left. But now people are starting to realize that college is a want and not a need. And it's the truth, but you got to have to want it. And when you take the want away, then it's kind of like, why you in school? It's not like high school. You can fail and then get a redo. You fail and that's it. And now you're broke because now you're in debt.
Exactly. And you got no degree.
Yeah, and you don't got a degree, so you know
you're ugly.
You just L'd out everywhere. Coming from experience, and I can say this now because I got a degree. So you know, if all y'all is about to say something about it, but my first semester, and Jeremie knows, all my freshman brothers know, because I was the flunky.
Yeah.
My first semester, I came out with a 1.1 GPA, 1.12 GPA,
which I still didn't understand. I'm like,
I didn't go to school. I didn't go to class. And it was me and Jeremie as the only two freshmen that were on that line. And Jeremie was a little bit more up there because he understood a lot more things that I didn't understand. Both, I like to say that we both were on the same reading level, but his playing level was leagues past mine because Jeremie, as he explained in other of his episodes, played for Cream, played for Doug, played for the Pots and Pans Babies of the United States of America. So, and the groups that I played for, but he had a lot more playing experience. So it was a lot of things that I had to keep up with, especially coming up there to play at the level of Cookman. So it was just grinding out like you have to be good. You have no option. Otherwise, I'm going to put you on them, what we call them, chokums.
Chokums, them symbols, boy.
Yeah. I would go to a practice. I remember it's like it was yesterday. We was learning 5 on it, and we was learning the
sticking in the hallway. Oh yeah.
The RCC lit, and I just couldn't get cross. I couldn't cross over right here because but I just couldn't get the crossover and be clean with it. I knew what it was. I just couldn't be clean with it. And our sexually said, yeah, you come here tomorrow, you don't know it, you off the line. So
bro, as a freshman, that's like the scariest thing to hear from a section leader, bro. Like, I don't want to get put off the line. What the hell you mean?
Yeah, like if I'm off the line, then I'm out the band. If I'm out the band, then I don't have a scholarship. I don't have a scholarship, I don't have school. Everything rides on it.
Yeah.
So I went to my room. I was up till like 4 a.m, just playing that same thing over and over and over again, asking Jeremie for help until he couldn't help me no more. Now he had to go back to go to sleep because he got class in the morning. So, but I didn't care about that. So I'm sitting there just playing as hard as I can. Played it on a pillow, then played it on a pad, then went back to a pillow. Keeping my roommate wasn't in there at the time. So luckily I was able to play it and grind it out for a while. So the next morning came, didn't go to, look at him showing off. But the next morning came, didn't go to class because I was up there late. I was like, man, I just did all this practicing. I deserve to sleep in. Slept in.
Yeah, I deserve to sleep in.
That was my mindset. And came back the next day, I was actually good on it. And Mr. Ori was on our bus about it. You show up tomorrow, you don't know that, don't come back to this line. So now we in the room playing.
I'm talking about all night trying to get that junk perfected.
The weirdest warm up ever, which put some grit on you now. But in there playing it as much and as hard as we can, and came back, was able to play it. But the next day, I ain't going to class. I did all the
Yeah.
practicing. But that next semester, I tightened up because I knew the scholarship interview was coming. So I showed him my grades in the fall, and he just said, yeah, you're not coming back. But I showed him my grades from the spring semester, and the grades from the spring semester made up for it. So I was able to come back that next year. And granted, I still took a summer class just in case because I was scared, but I was still able to come back, and I kept up ever since then. So
Yeah.
stay in school. That's the moral of the story. Stay in school, go to class. That
It's
all of that
definitely-
junk matters.
It's definitely a way to balance band and class for sure. I went up to, I mean, I've always been a nerd in terms of that school junk,
Exactly.
but I always been a band head as well. So I went into Cookman saying, okay, yeah, I'm going to major in computer engineering, but I'm also about to still be the biggest band head and drumline head that I can be, so that I can one day be the section leader of that bit. And so I just find a way. I just find a way to, because at Cookman they surprisingly start for engineering majors. They start you off the rip with the crazy classes, crazy math, calc 2. And so you just gotta know how to balance that, John. And this is for the the people who are in high school. If you're a junior right now and you're about to go to college soon, it's definitely possible to continue to be a big band head, to be a member of a marching band, and still be great in school and still achieve excellent grades. Like it's possible to do both, man. You ain't got to spend a hell of time on practicing your music. You can just set aside time, practice that music. If you ain't got it within that time frame, oh well, wait till the next time frame, because now it's time to move on to them books. Cause
Yeah, exactly.
that's what's important.
Because boy, it matters.
They gonna try to scare you with you got a band scholarship, so band.
You right.
Again, I majored in computer engineering. I did not major in music. I did not major in something that contributes to, or I did not major in something that was just extremely easy. So
It comes from the super geek that's on the call. So we used to always be like, God dang, Jeremy, you still doing homework? And then my dog be like, yep, now get out my face. and
definitely
would
had
disappear.
forward.
And now Jeremy, which he ain't gonna tell y'all, is making 7 figures. So if y'all need some money,
I'm not making 7 figures.
if you need some money, talk to your boy.
No, do not talk to me.
He said no.
do not do that.
Oh man.
But if you need an internship,
yeah, see,
hit me up, man.
because here's your boy. I can't do it for you, but I'll tell you where to go.
Nice.
Indeed.com, baby.
Now, earlier we was talking about a percussion connection, and I had saw this post in percussion connection that was very interesting. No, it was actually like, did I screenshot it? I know I got a synopsis of it. I don't think I screenshot it, but it was like just because you played drums in your respective university don't mean that you're a percussion instructor material.
I do remember that.
Yeah. So, and I think that's a really interesting topic because, yeah, you play drums in your section at your college, but how does that translate into you actually teaching? Now, the post itself didn't specify like if that person was a section leader or not, because I think if you're a section leader, that's definitely a good foundation for becoming an instructor. Now, of course, you got to actually teach a line while not being in a line as well.
Teaching is a completely different monster.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think for a person that's just only been in a drum line, only was a civilian in a drum line and just played, I think that I don't think that sets them
civilian
up.
In the drum line is crazy. I was thinking of a civilian in the drum line. Task squad.
Exactly. But yeah, I don't think. But then again, I don't totally agree with that statement. I think it depends on. I think it's a case by case basis. It depends on who the person is, how big their passion is for the drum and stuff, and if they can actually put cadences together. Like,
yeah, I think the statement was more over saying, just because you did that doesn't qualify you to teach. Like everybody that did it isn't qualified to teach. Some people are, but everybody that was in the line with us in 2012 isn't qualified to be a teacher somewhere. So that's why I thought that Lord was coming from.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with that. Like, it's like, yeah, you marched for somebody, but that don't automatically just mean that you're going to be an excellent instructor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what your cadences sound like? Like, who are you gonna? Is your line about to sound just like the college that you marched at? Like, if that's so, that definitely immediately makes you not a good instructor.
Right. Out
But-
here getting your ass waxed. I think every percussionist in the world at one point in time has played a horn at some point in time just to play a note to see how hard it is. And when they saw how hard it was to play the note,
For
they
sure.
said, "No, I ain't doing that no more."
No, I actually played that junk. I played trombone at elementary school, but by force though.
Yeah, see?
Exactly. My elementary school band director made me play the trombone because he didn't want me to play drums. He literally told me, "No, I don't want you to play drums."
Well,
Even despite me already having some sort of a skill in elementary school, I actually feel like he was hating because I was better than him. Because I was better than him on drumming. Exactly. Like because he's like, bro, I think he was naturally a trombone player, and so I'm like, bro, you see that I'm actually good in this. Like, let me play drums.
Yeah, that happened with me. When I first auditioned for when I was at Jordan in 9th grade, I was good on the instrument, but I kept asking questions because I was like, okay, you want us to do this? You want us to do that? And he was like, all right, if you ask one more, if you say one more thing, he said, if you say one more thing, I'm going to put you on bass drum. He said something, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you're going to do that, blah, blah, blah. Does everybody understand? And I think I was like, okay, cool, we're going to do this. I was just clarifying and saying out loud. I said, okay, cool, we're going to play this, that, and we're going to do it in that order. All right, cool. And he looked at me, he said, yeah, all right, put the sticks down. And I played bass drum that year. My very first year in a high school line, cuz put me on bass drum. And I was mad for like 2 weeks, but I wasn't mad enough to be like, man, I wanted to play snare. I was just mad at the fact that I didn't play what I wanted. Because I didn't know what was good and what wasn't good. I just knew the snare was the generic everybody instrument. And everybody was laughing at me. They was like, I got put on bass drum. But behold, that next year, yapping everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, I even found this. This is a picture of me playing. Yeah, boy. Oh, cranking that thing, boy. Woo. I was cranking that thing up. And I was only playing one note. And that's the one note I ever played.
Wow.
But whatever.
Boy.
Nobody would ever know about it.
Hilarious. It's hilarious you actually got a photo. I got a photo of me playing trombone, but no, that's hilarious, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we've been going for a minute. I guess we can go into the fifth quarter segment.
Wow, we've been talking for a while. See, these podcasts are fire, dude. I don't know why I ain't been doing this. Like, it's legit just going on about topics for an hour. Yeah,
exactly.
I'm season 4. What's it, season 3?
Yeah,
season 4, 5, 6. For me.
Now we gonna get right, man. Especially if this audio, hey man, y'all don't know, but man, we've been going through it with this audio. Every time, this is actually our third time trying to record and trying to put out an episode. But I think now finally our audio is good. But yeah, once we get this jump down pack, but yeah, we really better have some rolling for sure.
Amazing episodes. Cause look, yeah, we both had to put headphones on. I got these PS5 headphones trying to make sure I can hear, and everything sounds phenomenal.
All right, man. This Jackson State playing Here We Go Again. Man, why is it so blurry? I think it clears up. I'm about to say this Michael Jackson. What?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it does clear up. I think that's just how the video starts.
Oh, okay. But yeah, this Jackson State playing Here We Go Again. And let me unmute it.
Yeah, it goes. It's clearing up.
All right, bet.
They're one of the old schools too.
But them trumpets, oh my God.
And
oh my God.
It's got to be like half of their line screaming like that.
Gotta be. Like what? Oh, I got the J-set view.
Whatever, it worked. Why they doing this? If you ever been to a Jackson State game, that bass drum be knocking.
Yes.
Like, I feel that. I think once I was home and I had to go to the hospital, is how loud as I heard them.
Wait, what? Okay. Now, when they played Cookman and I was standing next to them, yeah, them boys was whacking those bass drums.
Yeah. That's a bad thing.
Yeah, that might be my favorite song from Jackson State. Like, in terms of like, because that's a staple song of theirs. Like, that's one of their like returning book songs. Like, that might be my favorite returning book song that Jackson State plays. Yeah, that joke was just fine. Like for FAMU, it's Sing Sing Sing. Like, that's my favorite FAMU song ever. Bro, that's the hardest. The drumline part, bro, that joke go hard, man.
Okay, so the fifth quarter song that I have, unfortunately, it's a Black Fox view, but it's from Praire View. They played a song called it's from a show that I've never watched. Well, I maybe watched like an episode or two, but it's called like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. The title is called Vento Dioro. I just type in PVANU JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Okay.
And then it's going to be a song that they played against Southern this past weekend. And they played it. And at first, I thought it was going to, because a lot of people are playing that. Even Jackson State played that song.
Mm-hmm.
But they played it, and I thought it was going to sound bad. And it actually sounded good.
Mm-hmm.
Honorable mention, Jackson State. I was going to pick Jackson State in those jeans, but he picked Jackson State. I didn't want us to look like we...
In those?
Yeah. I didn't want to look like we was sit here glazing Jackson State, so I had to pick up another song. But that song was nasty.
Yeah. In those jeans, they definitely crunked that joint. I heard that one.
Yeah, it ain't fair, man. Every time I hear something like that, in my head, I'm like, why we ain't do it?
We should have did it first.
Yeah.
Now, let's see what these boys come with.
Boys out here playing puzzles.
Right. Hey, crescendo from the percussion. Actually, Praire is my favorite swag drum line, honestly. And they going crazy back there.
Spaces, right?
Yeah, they going crazy. They ain't got no woodwinds? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they over there chilling. Oh, man, this is like the
Bruh, just the woodwinds and snare. Oh my God. Remind me of trombone keys.
Forgot about that.
Okay, yeah, they just blew everybody out the water with that last note.
Yeah, and I agree with you. Like, their percussion section is top tier. It's a lot of percussion sections today that are modeled off of them back in the day.
Exactly.
They never. I don't care what nobody says. But now Texas Southern. On this next episode, we're finna go crazy. But Texas Southern's Drumline has been on speed rise. Shout out to who's over there now, Larion Trice. But they have been playing.
And shout out to Larion Trice too. He actually reached out to me saying he wanted to be on the episode. So one of these episodes we gonna have him, Mark from South Carolina State. He want to be on. So yeah, we gonna have a bunch of instructors. We're gonna try to have a bunch of instructors in some of these episodes so we can really get our questions answered.
Because I have questions that probably ain't supposed to be answered, but you're gonna
answer. I need to know some things, man. But thank y'all for tuning in, man. Hey, again, this is just episode 1, but we got so much in store, man. So please tune in. Please tune in. Sorry.
Yes.
And before we go, always remember, if you practice today, good job. Here's a cookie. Go practice.
Go practice some more.
Please go practice. If you planned on practicing today, but you didn't get to it yet, why wait for something that you can do right now? Go practice. Go practice.
You got to keep them on you all times.
And if you haven't practiced and you didn't plan on practicing, you are trash. All right, y'all.